Oh my God, I'm about to sit down on nothing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. It's happening, boys and girls. It is happening 1 billion%. Bayern Munich are looking to sign Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian striker, the best striker in the world in my eyes. No, I'm joking. Honestly, Osimhen is an interesting case for sure. But there's some news around the striker position. Bayern Munich need a striker. It looks like we're not signing Kane. We're not going for Harry Kane because the kid wants this kid, 30-year-old man, I'm calling a kid. The guy looks like he wants to stay in England and potentially beat Alan Shearer's goal scoring record in the Prem, which is just completely stupid. But there's also sources saying he might be looking at Manchester United, which kind of fits him. He would do that Weghorst thing really well. And that also means United won't be in for Osimhen. Now, Chelsea want Osimhen, but they want everything that moves. You know what Chelsea is? A dude that's just starving. So he'll go out with anyone. Like the 2 out of 10. He'll go out with her, man. He will do anything to not be lonely. That's what Chelsea is. Anything that moves is getting talked to. They will do it. They will do it. So, yeah, man. So look, the choices that we have are between Kolomuani, Osimhen, and both of them want to come to us. Or we could go for someone less. What's the word for this? Less proven, like Hoyland at Atalanta, right? We could go for someone like that, or broker a deal with Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko. I don't know. We don't really have that many options. I'm sure there's a striker out there that's 23 or 22, or we could go for Gonçalo Ramos. Right? There's strikers out there somewhere that could be world class in a few years if we just sign them now. But Bayern are looking for who can come in and immediately help this team. And for some reason, they think Victor Osimhen fits the role. Now, honestly, I have said this about Osimhen. I would like him to be more involved in the build-up. I think his overall play as a striker needs work. What I like when I saw some analysis of Victor Osimhen is that his switching of play, like his long balls, are pretty good. I mean, he is black. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's just a joke. A little joke, man. All right. Yeah, so what I hear about Osimhen is he can switch play from one side to the other efficiently with good accuracy, which tells me he has the technical ability and also the spatial awareness to find his teammates, go out wide, and make things happen if he needs to. So he's not just a box poacher kind of striker. Osimhen, at least based on that stat alone of passing and doing all the other things that strikers are supposed to do in the modern day, he's also good at them. He's also 24, so there's lots to learn. Oh my gosh. Damn, man. Oof. Guys, I just saw. What am I looking at, dude? This is not good at all. Oh my god, damn. This brother has weaknesses. Yo, you guys know how I like who scored. They're usually pretty good at defining what players' strengths are. Ugh. Like, for example, Sane, one of his weaknesses is probably holding on to the ball, right? So let's find Sane. Oh, no, his strengths are holding on to the ball. Aerial duels, yeah, Sane sucks in the air. But his dribbling is high. Long shots, right? He's pretty consistent at like getting them on target. Passing, that's one of his bigger traits now. So, okay, likes to dribble, likes to cut inside, likes to do layoffs, right? Likes to shoot from distance. So who scored is pretty accurate. Osimhen, gosh, bro, how can you his finishing is very strong. His headed attempts are very strong. So he's in the air, like he can score with both feet, with his head, He's a poacher in that sense, right? Offside awareness, that's a problem. Holding on to the ball, that's a problem. Passing, defensive contribution. Now, let's look at someone like Lewandowski. And by the way, this isn't completely accurate, but like Lewandowski, one of his strengths is holding on to the ball. That's what I want in a striker, defensive contribution, which is a lie because I think all these strikers press. We need someone that can hold on to the ball, man. Osimhen, like, dog, I need you to hold on to the ball. He likes to dribble, but he's not good at holding on to the ball. Maybe that's something that improves in his career, but what I want for a striker is someone like Benzema. That's what I want for a striker. I want Benzema, someone built to. Oh my gosh, he's just on a different level, man. Mercedes Benz, like his strongest point is holding on to the ball and then passing key passes and then finishing. This is world class right here. I know y'all are probably like, this is not how we rate players, but this is important. These are all very critical, to judging how footballers play and how they fit into our team. I think their strengths are very critical. Now you look at someone like Kolo Muani. Okay, Kolo Muani, dribbling, finishing key passes, and then again, weaknesses holding on to the ball. We need someone like Kane. If you look at Kane, holding on to the ball is probably one of his strong points. Gosh, there's a lot of Kanes. Through balls, headed attempts, finishing, key passes, aerial duels, but at least there's no weakness about holding on to the ball. So, what am I trying to say here, boys and girls? Kane, I don't know. Let me look at Gonçalo Ramos. And by the way, these are traits these players can all improve. Holding on to the ball is one of Gonçalo Ramos' strengths. I like strikers that are not just wingers in disguise, wingers with the ability to finish. Right? I want strikers that bring their teammates into play. That's what I want. Osimhen is coming to Barca. Give up. Dog, Barcelona needs to sell half their team to make ends meet. La Liga is selling its rights. La Liga is a terrible run business. They're selling their rights every year. I mean, the quality is just diluting in La Liga. I don't know. I don't know why you guys are so like pressed about constantly reminding people about Barcelona's ability to sign players they can't even afford. It's pointless at this point. It's pointless. So people are saying Højlund. Well, anyways, the story on Osimhen is that he wants to join Bayern. That's the story today from Pletty right? Florian Plettenberg said Napoli won 150 million for Victor Osimhen. Nigerian striker wants to join Bayern. No negotiations between the clubs yet. There's a first idea of a potential swap with. Hold on. I should probably share my screen, right? Right. So, right. There's a potential first idea of a potential swap deal with Mane. However, Napoli cannot afford the Senegalese wages. And this is a key point for Osimhen. He makes significantly less money at Napoli than he would at Bayern. Now, I have read some comments. Some people are like, wait, how is Bayern going to afford 150 million? First of all, we won't. But in negotiation, Napoli putting that number out into the press, 150 million, is something called an anchor. So they're putting this insane expectation on the money they require from his signature on him. I mean, Osimhen is certainly worth a lot of money, for sure, right? He's a top goal scorer in Serie A. He's one of the most valuable players in Serie A. So he's certainly up there. But that amount of money is ridiculous. No, it's seriously ridiculous. Oh my gosh, Lookman. Adamalo Lookman is cooking, dude. Yeah, what am I doing? He's cooking at Atalanta. Whatever. I'm thinking of something else. What am I trying to say here, boys? What I'm trying to say is Napoli are putting out a strong anchor. That's a thing in negotiation where they put this insane expectation of how they want negotiations to be. So if you're a club like Bayern, you don't start the bid at 80 million. You have to start it a little bit closer, and the goal is to meet in the middle if you're an inexperienced negotiator. If you ever go try to buy a car, they're not going to try to tell you the lowest version of the price they expect you to pay. They're going to always go to the end of the line. Like when I bought my car, we sat down for 2 hours. I was at the dealership just going back and forth. They wanted me to pay for extras to have them put some bubble wrap around my door. So if I hit another door, if I'm like opening my car, it would hit the bubble wrap, but not the car door itself. Like this little small plastic around the car. And I'm like, they wanted me to pay $1,500 for that. I was like, no, that should be free. How am I supposed to drive around if I know my car could get damaged at any second? That should be a given. But they really they were really putting this on me, man. They were really doing these like weird demands. But you have to sit there and negotiate. They're going to try to get as much money out of you as possible. Napoli, no one's going to pay more than 150 million for Osimhen, so they're going to go exactly to that, 150 million. But guys, even if Napoli spent the money they spent on Osimhen, which by the way doesn't mean as much, because what happened in that deal between Napoli and Lille was that they paid Napoli paid Lille like 75 million, but Lille bought some bums from Napoli for like 20 million. It was really money laundering. So ultimately, it was like a trade. Lille gave a player to Napoli. Napoli gave him like 3 players the other way. Like if you look at Lille's transfers and Napoli's transfers in the year they bought Osimhen, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's money laundering. That's what it is. Look at Napoli's transfers in 2020, 2021. I believe that's when Osimhen joined them, right? So they spent $75 million on Osimhen, or euros on Osimhen. But if you look at Napoli's departures that year, Lille signed one of their goalkeepers, some random goalkeeper, for $5 million, right? And I believe the year before that, there was some other things. Hold on, I might be tripping. It might not have been money laundering. I just remember they sent a bunch of players to. Am I tripping? I swear, like they sent players worth like up to 20 million. I guess I am tripping a little bit. Nah, okay. Yeah, I might have been wrong. I might have been slightly wrong. Anyways, all I was saying was Napoli spent 75 million on Osimhen, which was a big deal then. But look, that does not necessarily mean we have to buy him for like 140 to double their investment, because I just don't see why we have to do that. I think the anchor is a high one, 150 million. But if we come in with an offer of 90 million plus something in add-ons, they're going to look at the offer, obviously, right? But the most important negotiation tactic for Bayern is to come in and make Osimhen reject other clubs. So Madrid might want Osimhen. If that's the case, then we got a little bit of a harder task, especially if they think Benzema needs a replacement. But I have a feeling Benzema is just not going to leave anytime soon there, at least in the next season or so. So if Madrid want him, then it's going to be a tough battle. But if it's clubs like Chelsea and Juventus, I don't know. Does Juve even have money anymore? But if it's clubs like that and Man United want Kane, I think it's much better for us because we can convince Osimhen to reject Chelsea just like they did with De Ligt, and then negotiate solely with Napoli where there's no bidding war, because that's what Napoli wants. By setting a high anchor, they set up a bidding war where one club comes in 90 million, another club says 101 million plus 5 million in add-ons, so a total of 106 million. So they want a bidding war. Or PSG come in. If PSG come in and offer Osimhen really high wages, then it's a completely different scenario as well. Ultimately, I want Osimhen if we can't sign Kane. But I also don't mind us looking at alternatives. I would not sign Osimhen for more than 120 million. I just don't see how that's worth it for us. His resale value wouldn't be higher than that. And let's say he doesn't perform to his highest level, we can always sell him, yeah, but no one's going to want to pay 120 million to balance out our investment. So I think we should be careful with going in too hard, because some players might have a great season. And Osimhen, by the way, has performed well in Lille and now in Napoli, both in Serie A and the Champions League. So there's no question that he is a player that is worth looking at. But that money's too much, man. That's a really high amount of money. Wait, you boys want to know something? Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about this. Guys, oh my gosh. Inter Milan could be in the Champions League final, but not us. And they finished second in our group. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know. Who do you guys think is going to win between Inter and AC? And they're playing their games in the same stadium. That should be illegal. How are two rivals in the same stadium? Isn't that like a weird conflict of interest? The San Siro hosts both teams. I think that's just weird, man. It's so odd. And why are all Italian stadiums just so old? I mean, a lot of them have been getting renovated recently, but some of these stadiums are just so old, man. But yeah, don't you guys think that's weird how they're just playing in the same stadium? I mean, don't they both have fan bases in the city where they could literally own their own stadiums? I think Inter had a lot of money, and it would bring a lot of jobs to Milan as a whole, right? Milan. Now I'm Italian. Italian George, man. Leao or Vara? Well, Varadskhelia is a more skilled footballer when it comes to his overall play. Rafael Leao is just a Portuguese Mbappe, where he's fast, but he's a downgrade version of Kylian Mbappe, right? His finishing isn't the best. Like, there's a lot of things you could look at and go, you know? Mbappe also has the streets. They're making songs with Mbappe's name in them. Come on, dog. I think if you sign Kylian Mbappe, you sign someone crazy. I don't even know why I'm talking about Mbappe. Hey, boys, apparently Thomas Tuchel wants Mason Mount. Tuchel, man. He wants Mason. He wants a reunification with Mason Mount. So before I talk about that, there's some news. Lucas Hernandez will sign a new contract at Bayern until 2027. So a 4-year deal in the next few days. So Lucas Hernandez is getting a contract extension after busting up his ACL twice, by the way, in his career. So we don't even know if he comes back and he's good. Also, Lucas cheated on his wife or ex-wife or separated wife, whatever. He cheated. What's with Bayern, man? Why are players some... I mean, low-key, the chick he cheated on her with was bad. I'm not gonna lie. I understand it, Lucas. I understand where you're coming from, bro. But, come on, that's the mother of your kids, bro. Nah, Lucas, man. Lucas Hernandez. It's always these players. Oh, apparently, Lucas Hernandez and Pavard were in Italy for AC Milan's win, I mean, I can understand Lucas being there because his brother plays for AC. I don't know why Pavard's in there too. Hey, I wouldn't mind AC taking Pavard from our hands. AC Milan low-key have a big French court just like us. I mean, don't they have Theo Hernandez. They have Kalulu. Isn't he like also? I don't know. Wait. Yeah, they got an interesting like French speaking core. Bakayoko. Dude, Bakayoko. Y'all remember Bakayoko? He's still there at AC Milan, but he barely plays. Oh my gosh. Yo, that guy used to be. There was a point where everyone kind of saw him as like the next Kante. He should have been like Chouameni. And the crazy thing is, he also came from Monaco. Dude, Bakayoko was supposed to be like what Chouameni is now. Like amazing defensive midfielder with great on the ball qualities. But whatever. Guys, I would love Aurélien Chouameni, man. I would like Chouameni. If he's not playing at Madrid, he can play at Bayern. That's all I'm saying. That I think him as a CDM for us would be the best signing in the world. He's world class already. But yeah, no, Madrid are never going to let that guy go. It's just Madrid have this ability to not play players and then play them, and then they don't. No one falls out. But us, we just play the same team every week, and then get surprised when a player doesn't feel like they're not playing enough. We don't need wingers. Well, if we're gonna sell Mane and Gnabry, then for sure, more than you can believe, we need wingers. Yeah, man, we need wingers. I mean, unless you want to just play Musiala in that position. Tuchel also plays wingers, so we need wingers, man. Upa had many bad games, not as many as he had last season. This season, so you dreamed of Pedri, but you getting Mount. Nah, man. So let me talk about Mason Mount. Oh, frick. Lampard's back. Chelsea are a circuit show, man. I mean, we all knew Potter would fail because, I mean, no British coach is that good, except for some reason, Eddie Howe. But apparently, Pochettino is joining Chelsea, right? Yeah. I don't know. Is he joining them this season? He should join them like before or after the season ends because he could be held responsible for all of this nonsense. But I look at Chelsea and I go, why the hell are we getting Mason Mount? Like, Tuchel had Neymar and Mbappe. Why don't you reunite with Neymar and Mbappe or some bowlers? Why are you reuniting with Mason Mount? Why? Why can't you just? He should be like, oh, let me reunite with Reece James or some bowlers. I don't know. Chelsea doesn't really have. Chelsea has players that I'd want. Enzo Fernandez was a player that I liked, but just a lot of bums in their team right now. But why isn't he trying to reunite with bowlers? Reunite with Mount? No, reunite with Neymar at Bayern. Reunite with Mbappe. That's who you should be talking. He thinks we're Dortmund or Leipzig. Mason Mount is cap Chelsea level and below. We are above Chelsea in every regard. So please leave it alone. Gosh, Chelsea are 11th? These guys aren't winning nothing. They ain't winning nothing, bro. Oh my gosh. Is there a chance Chelsea gets relegated? Please, Lord. Dude, they haven't won in like 5 games. Oh my gosh, dude. Their last 2 games have been losses. Brentford is ahead of Chelsea. Bro, Chelsea could get 3 points and still be in the same position. That's how bad it is for them. You know, typically when the teams around you lose and you win, you go ahead of them because, you know, the title and the table might be tight. But Chelsea are so bad, they could lose twice and still be behind. That's crazy. Yo, the decline. I love to see it. W's in chat for Chelsea's decline. I don't know why I'm screaming, but yeah, I love to see Chelsea and the disaster class they're putting on this season. Leicester's out of the drop zone. That's good for Leicester. First win in like 10 billion games. I don't like teams like Leicester getting relegated, especially in the Premier League, because I think it's like teams like Hertha Berlin. Those are teams that make anyone's weekend harder, right? Hertha can do something against you. They can get a draw when, oh my gosh, we're playing Hertha next. Dang, those are the toughest teams to play at the end of the season, man. Teams that have nothing to win, nothing to really play for. They're out of all cups, and all they want is those 2 points or a point. You can't get 2 points in football. Yeah, 3 points or a point. That's all they want. Maybe they just need a point and they're above a certain team. Hertha Berlin getting relegated would honestly suck because dude, Germany's just so weird. Hertha could have been like how Milan are in Italy. Now, Rome is the capital. Wait, is Rome capital of Italy? So you have Rome. Yeah, Rome, the capital of Italy. So yeah, I know Rome's the capital, but I mean London, capital of England, dude. Look at the clubs in London. Look at Germany. The only Berlin club is Union, and they're only in their position because people just haven't figured out how to play them. Next season, Union will be fighting mid-table because it's just the cycle of football, right? Remember when Sheffield United just started cooking, and they had this weird system where their center backs became extra midfielders making runs. Sheffield were playing a very interesting system, right? Well, are they even in the Prem now? No, I actually have to search if they're in the Prem. They're in the Championship. Dude, they got relegated. And they'll get promoted, it looks like. But do you get my point? It's like, I remember when Sheffield United was just so, like, bro, they were third in the league, winning games, beating United, Arsenal, beating Chelsea, away and at home. And guess what? They just, when teams finally figured out, oh, all we got to do is stop this guy and stop this move right here, then, okay, boom, they get relegated. Remember when Norwich, bro, every team has run. So it's the same thing with Union. They're still kind of new right now. Everyone, if they bought Isco, then, dude, they could have been a really good team. Because one, it raises the profile of their club like tremendously. And they sell shirts. I'm sure there's like Isco fans out there who would buy an Union Berlin shirt with his name on it. But Isco could have been cooking in the Bundesliga, man. Those are the kind of players Bundesliga teams need to start going for. Like, if you really want to capitalize on this La Liga downfall, you need to go to teams like Sevilla, pick their best players and put them in your team. It's just Austrian players, German players, occasionally some British guy. Like, Bundesliga teams need to get a little bit smarter, right? In recruitment, become street smart. Dang, Frankfurt have not won a game in God knows how long. They're drawing, winning, draw, win, or no, draw, lose, draw, lose, draw, lose. That's their form. I'm saying that, and we're just as bad. We have 2 wins in 5. Well, actually, it's less because, no, yeah. 2 wins in 5 because we lost to Leverkusen. Dude, Tuchel's only managed 4 Bundesliga games. We went from second under Nagelsmann to second under Tuchel. Isn't that hilarious? That's kind of funny. We really gained only 6 points or 7 points because of a draw and 2 wins. Dortmund, if Dortmund managed to bottle this, dude, I don't know. I don't know how Dortmund bottles this title. I just don't know. But yeah, we need a big city club or a big capital club in the Bundesliga. I don't mind Schalke getting relegated. They brought it on themselves. Terrible management. Get Raya or Koba? Actually, interesting question. This is becoming more Bayern news than just Victor Osimhen. But those I read a story yesterday that Tuchel, was actually this morning. Tuchel is considering getting putting Neuer and just playing him above Summer when Neuer returns. Now, that's a very interesting. Yo, what the heck? Hey, we should get Ivan Provedel, man. Oh no, never mind. He's old. He's 29. Sure, goalkeeper's old. Dang, that guy has a lot of clean sheets in Serie A. Lazio are second, but like it's one of those seconds where they're points, a lot of points off. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, what Tuchel was saying was, or what apparently Tuchel wants to do is play a Neuer ahead of Summer. And I'm just sitting here like, well, at some point, guys, shouldn't we be thinking about replacing Thomas Muller? Like, at what point do Bayern go, it's time to start thinking about that? Because I really think we should start considering the prospect that we might need to replace Neuer. It's just, we got to start thinking about that and things like that. No Oblak. We should get Oblak. Wait, is Jan Oblak still doing his thing? Oblak. That's a W name. 30. Nah, man. Look, I know 30 for a goalkeeper is just not that bad. But I think we need someone 25, around 25. Someone with mistakes out of their game. Oblak, maybe Oblak could be, maybe he could be good, man. Nice little Slovenian goalkeeper. But I think Diego Costa has done enough, man. Diego Costa. Oh, I keep saying Costa, but bro, his name is actually just Diego Costa. So it's not Costa the way I thought. No, I think on the ball, him as a goalkeeper he's really good. Someone else said David Raya. Isn't that the older dude? Some other? Oh, the dude at Brentford? Nah, man. He ain't tall enough. I'm sorry. I need a 6'2" goalkeeper and above. I'm sorry. I don't trust these short goalkeepers like Kepa. Bro, I don't trust it. They're good on the ball with their feet. But I think Costa's like ability on the ball, like his ability to make long passes is good, at least way better than Jan Summers. Pressure passes, he's good at lifting the ball over his opponents. And yeah, man, I would that's who I'd want. I think we should spend that kind of money on a goalkeeper. Everyone says we'll never replace Neuer, but we have to try. Like we can't just sit here and act like Neuer's going to come back at 37 years of age. Bro, is it 36 or 37? I don't know. Either way, he's old. And he's also injury prone. People forget, even before the injury, Neuer was kind of declining. But yeah, man, I think Costa's on the ball abilities are good, but his shot stopping is even better. And that's the kind of goalkeeper we need at Bayern, man. But Bayern probably want a German-speaking goalkeeper, and that's the problem, right? We probably want someone who speaks German. Nah, man. Sign this goat, man. Sign my goat. My goat, Diego Costa. Wait, did he start for Portugal in the World Cup? Ter Stegen. I don't know what the hell you're... No. Even Barca fans are saying sign Ter Stegen. No. Oh, Bart Verbruggen. So is that the Dutch guy we were just linked to a couple days ago? Yeah, we're linked to a lot of goalkeepers now, or more goalkeepers than we were. But maybe, this is one of those goalkeepers that you don't really know about. And, he becomes an option. But I don't know enough about him. I think he's literally 19 years old. Yeah, he plays for Anderlecht, and he's Dutch. Yeah, he's a 6'4", 20 years old. That's nah. I haven't seen anything like from him. I don't think we'll sign. I don't even know if we'll sign him. But I want a goalkeeper that's good on. Oh, that's pretty good save. Penalty, okay. Saved the penalty. That was a good penalty save too. I don't. Okay, that save was interesting. I don't know. These are. I need to see these kind of players like doing it. You know. That's how I define goalkeepers. I think you have to see them in action in the game. Highlights make any goal because every goalkeeper makes saves. Like if you're a goalkeeper and you don't make saves, I don't know like how you have a job. So yeah, it's absolutely true. There's goalkeepers that make saves and there's some that don't make saves. But I need to see this Bart Verbruggen guy actually play. I am curious though. I need to know. I'm sure there's going to be a Twitter thread about him, but I want to know like what's his shot stopping like. You know? Yeah. So the story from Nieuwsblad, is that a German source? I don't know. So they're saying Bayern are monitoring the goalkeeper Bart Verbruggen's as they prepare for life after Manuel Neuer and elect what more than 10 million, and are hoping that at the top. I got a yawn, bro. They're hoping that if a top European club comes knocking, they would be able to keep Verbruggen on loan. If Bayern want to make an offer, he wouldn't play immediately. The intention would be to loan him out first, but perhaps at a higher level than Anderlecht. As of now, there are no negotiations yet. English clubs are also interested. Hmm. My boy Der Augustus on Twitter, by the way, great account. He tweeted him a couple months ago, so he might be him because I trust his ball knowledge. Oh, that's a great save, man. Hmm. What I don't want is the wrong player. If it's 10 million, then I don't know. Anderlecht's goalkeeper, Bart Verbruggen, is the goalkeeper with the most prevented goals while keeping a clean sheet. This Europa League conference. Wow. Okay. So he's with the most goals against. So he's making the most seemingly, supposedly impossible saves. Is that what I'm hearing for Anderlecht in the Conference League? I don't know. Bring him in then. Bring him in. 6.5 goals prevented. Interesting. What about on the ball? Is he good? His last game for Anderlecht on April 10th, 8.02 xCG. I don't know what that means for goalkeeper. Expected goals or no, not what does C stand for? I don't know. Yeah, expected goals. So He conceded 1. He's the Dutch Superman. Wait. This boy should have conceded 8 goals. Interesting. This boy might be him. I might be missing out. Interesting. We won't even get 50 million for Gnabry. Oh my gosh. He's gonna be there's stupid clubs out there. Chelsea might be like, he scored against us that one time. You guys know how Todd Bowley is. Like, he scored against me. He scored against us. Let's sign him and play him on the bench, right? Ruin his career. Todd Bowley is just that kind of idiot to do it. We just have to link him to Arsenal, and Chelsea will go in for him.
This is Fredbeck.
Yeah, sorry. All right, boys. I don't even know what the stream was. We talked about Osimhen. General Bayern news. Let's see if there's any other stories I failed to cover. Frankfurt sporting director Marcus Crochet on Kolomoani. It's normal for a club like Bayern to consider Randall, but he feels very comfortable with us and still has many aspects of development in areas which he can take the next step with us. Bayern isn't the only club considering him. So, just making that known. And on whether Bayern contacted Frankfurt over Kolomoani, he says no. So we are not talking to Frankfurt. A potential loan move for Matisse Tell has not been discussed and is not being planned at the moment. The fact Thomas Tuchel mentioned the possibility of Tell going out on loan during his last press conference was subject to criticism. Who criticized him? The fans or the board? Well, if Tuchel thinks Tell needs to go out on loan, then he's the coach. But at the same time, we don't have the luxury of trying to loan players out right now. We need to get every single player ticking, giving young players an opportunity. By the way, can I just say, I feel bad for Daley Blind. Blind has played like a total of 8 minutes for Bayern. That's sad. The guy hasn't come on. We have Cancelo. It's just a hierarchy, right? That sucks. Even when Lucas got injured, that we brought him in because Lucas was injured. He still didn't play. I would have hoped for Blind to get more minutes, man. It would have been good for him, but we brought the guy in just to waste his time, and his contract expires in 2 months, so he's leaving for free. That sucks. Bayern are also interested in Wilfried Zaha. We've been interested in Wilfried Zaha since he was born. Yeah, we don't care for Wilfried Zaha, man. Sources believe that while Daniel Levy might be prepared to listen to an offer in the region of 90 million euros from abroad for Kane, he will demand at least 100 million from English clubs, may even decide to reject all bids from the Premier League. Yeah, he doesn't want the possibility of Kane cooking against him. Also, James Pearce, who is a Liverpool-associated reporter, one of those reporters that reports on Liverpool for The Athletic, says talks between Liverpool and Ryan Gravenberch's father were positive. The player would be open to the idea of moving to Anfield this summer. However, the major hurdle is convincing Bayern to do business, with the Germans currently adamant he's not for sale. Liverpool also know Gravenberch won't come cheap. They believe Bayern got him for an incredible price, 25 million, given his ability. We want a sizable profit on that fee. So we could really demand 40 mil for Gravenberch, and they would have to pay, and that'd be profit. No, if we're so trusting of Gravenberch, and by the way, everyone thinks Gravenberch is lazy, but those stories that he impressed in training. Like, so I wonder if this is just a matter of time. They're just being careful with Gravenberch. If I'm Gravenberch, I'm staying. Give it one more year. You never know. What if Kimmich gets injured and Goretzka gets injured and you're the only option and you prove yourself? And you make everyone know you're Gravenberch. Right now, he's even behind Musiala when it comes to the midfield position. Cancelo plays there before he does. So I get why Gravenberch is frustrated, but at the same time, dude, you've been here for a year. You're not like 39 or 29. And this is like the prime of your life. You're 20. Chill out. Wait here at Bayern. If you don't get play time in 2 seasons, then you go. But if you get play time, that means your patience was worth it. Look, Gravenberch is clearly a player that wants to play, and that's a good thing. We sign players like that for Bayern because if a player is comfortable being on the bench, it means they know they're not good enough. And that's the worst kind of player because they can't take responsibility if they know they're not good enough. But if a player thinks they should be playing every game, it means they believe in themselves enough to take responsibility when it matters. So I hope Gravenberch doesn't become a what-if player for Bayern, but becomes someone we keep. Despite claims that Sadio Mane and Serge Gnabry will leave Bayern this summer, there's still nothing decided at this stage. On Gnabry, it's still all quiet despite many links. So looks like the club might even consider keeping the two. Hopefully not. In the past few weeks and months, Herbert Hainer, his word has been losing weight inside the club, even though he's the chairman of the supervisory board. Unai Hoeneß, by the way. People are saying, Uli, it's Uli Hoeneß. Uli, shut up. It's Unai. Unai Emery. Unai Hoeneß. Dude, look, man. It's Unai. It's not Uli, you liars, or Uli. It's Unai Hoeneß. Quit lying on my boy's name. All right? I decided it's Unai. Unai Hoeneß is currently the strongest man on the board. Hoeneß is aware it was him who chose the current people in charge to replace him and Karl-Heinz and could now correct his choices. It's unimaginable that things will continue the way they are next season. Okay, so Bayern will be making big changes. I think that's all the Bayern news, right? I turned into a reporter there for a second. This Gerard Romero guy, this guy is so annoying, man. Why is he always tweeting things are happening or things will happen or something is happening? What's wrong with him? Wait, is Messi going back to Barcelona? Why would Barca want Messi back? All right, well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hit the like button if you haven't. Please subscribe as well if you're new. We try to go live constantly. And turn on those notifications, all right? Because you guys never know when I'm live. I just click go live and we're live. I don't waste time. I don't set it up hours before. I just do it whenever the window of opportunity opens up. But thank you all so much for watching. Mia, send me an peace.